Honoring all who serve our country, the Veterans Day events held nationally and right here in the state line.
Plus, Rockford police investigating a hit and run on Auburn Street. What we know about that incident that left a woman injured.
And helping students stay warm as the weather gets colder. The collaboration between a nonprofit and Ellis Elementary School.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here. On this Veterans Day, we honor those across military branches who served our country.
This morning, President Trump took part in the annual wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. He was joined by Vice President Vance and Veterans Affairs Secretary Doug Collins at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. After the ceremony, the president delivered remarks honoring and thanking the nation's service members. Here in the state line, Auburn High School students in fabrication courses created unique gifts to honor local veterans.
Eyewitness News reporter Rico Holland joins us now today. And Rico, what did the students make?
Mimi, Wendell, seniors gave out custom-made pens of saluting soldiers. It's a project they've been working on since the beginning of the school year, finishing just in time for a special Veterans Day ceremony. 9 local veterans were given custom pens. The pens are attached to a saluting metal soldier created in class. A fitting tribute for veterans who served our country. They say gestures like today go a long way in thanking them for their service.
It's really cool to see these students actually make this project for veterans to make the connection to veterans. So I think that's the coolest part is what the students did.
Veterans say the gift is more valuable than anything someone could buy. Coming up at 6, we'll hear more about those veterans and what they think about the gifts. Wendell?
Rico, thank you. And Byron today, middle school students and staff took part in a special Veterans Day ceremony honoring our nation's heroes. Local veterans and their families were invited to attend. A Boy Scout troop began the ceremony by presenting our nation's colors. The student-led program featured speeches, historical presentations, and live musical performances, all to salute veterans.
Even if they didn't serve, even going through the boot camp and all that stuff is still amazing, and them sacrificing all that and that time for us.
Yes, I'm so thankful for them, and just wanted to show it.
Yeah, we wanted to show from a student perspective and not have the adults run it and let the students lead what they think.
In addition, student council members put together this breakfast for local veterans.
A local senior living center is making sure its residents who've served are not forgotten. Peterson Meadows held its own ceremony this afternoon. Those in attendance were treated to a lunch and got to listen to speakers share their experience as veterans. While all staff and residents were invited to attend, organizers want to emphasize what today is all about.
That fellowship, that coming together, that is what we look forward to doing with all of our residents. But today is that day that we bring these special residents together and let everybody blend together, whether you served or not. This brotherhood, this familyhood that we have here is for everyone. But today is the day that we honor our veterans.
Peterson Meadows holds a Veterans Day ceremony every year.
On this Veterans Day and all this week, the Rock River Valley Blood Center is partnering with local VFWs for blood drives. In Roscoe, they'll be at VFW Post 2955 on 2nd Street until 6:30 tonight. And in Belvedere, that blood center will be accepting donations at Post 1461 on Lincoln Avenue until 6. Then on Thursday, for the drives and their blood center, they'll be using the Bloodmobile. It allows them to receive donations on the go and expand outside the city's brick and mortar locations. Both walk-ins and appointments are welcome. Restaurants across the state line are giving back to veterans once again this year. In fact, we were invited to Texas Roadhouse. They welcomed us in as it handed out meal vouchers to veterans earlier today. Those vouchers can be redeemed to receive one of a choice of 10 different entrees, along with a side and drink. This is the 16th Veterans Day that Texas Roadhouse has held this promotion.
This is our favorite day of the year. We can't thank our veterans enough. We always love serving those who serve us, and this is just a way for us to give back to the community, which is so important to us. Every day is what we can do to help recognize veterans. It's just super important to us here at Texas Roadhouse.
The meal vouchers are valid anytime through the end of May.
We too are recognizing all who served in the military with a special edition of Eyewitness News. Join us for Veterans Voices, airing tonight at 6, right here on WTVO 17. Tonight, police are investigating a hit and run on the city's west side. Emergency crews responded to Auburn Street just before 1 this afternoon. Police say a woman was hit by a car. The victim can be seen on a stretcher being put into an ambulance. Witnesses tell Eyewitness News the driver sped off after hitting the woman. We'll update you on the story as soon as we learn more.
The longest government shutdown in U.S. history is one step closer to being over. Tomorrow, the U.S. House will convene and vote on the federal spending bill. The U.S. Senate passed it last night with 8 Democrats joining Republicans to get to that number 60, the magical number. The bill reopens the government through January 30th of 2026 next year. It includes fully funding SNAP's benefits through the end of September of 2026. Money for food assistance should go out immediately once the bill is signed. Affordable Care Act subsidies are not a part of this plan. Senate Republican leaders have reportedly promised to allow a vote on an ACA bill in December. Those subsidies expire at the end of the year.
Helping students keep warm this winter season. That's the goal of a new partnership between Ellis Elementary School and Operation Warm. It's a national nonprofit that provides winter coats and other essential cold weather gear to people in need. The partnership was conceived by Ellis third grade teacher Jerilyn Dye, along with her sister Connie, who also helped raise $10,000 to help Operation Warm provide 500 new coats to students.
When the kids don't have anything other to worry about, other than school, it makes a world of a difference. Sometimes our students come in with outside things that affects their learning. We want to make sure that being warm and comfortable is not one of those.
Since 1998, Operation Warm has provided more than 4 million coats nationwide. Making sure local college students are eating healthy.
How Rockford University is turning its dining hall into the place to eat. When we come back, a look at the survey that forced the school to make a change.
Temperatures this morning got down into the 20s all the way down to 21, but with some late day sunshine, we were able to climb in the 40s, still a little bit below that average, but our numbers warm here. And it started with today. Find out how warm we get by the end of the week. Coming up in the
You're
morning.
watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Sports Director Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Rockford University is looking to make sure students are eating healthy. It issues a quality of life survey to students every semester.
Eyewitness News reporter Stephen Lewandowski was at the university earlier today. Because Stephen, its most recent survey garnered the highest approval in university history?
Mimi, Wendell, that's right. The survey rated 92%. I spoke with students and they couldn't stop raving about the dining hall. I also met with the head chef and he tells me what it takes to serve great food every day.
Every day, David Carending works to feed thousands of college students.
It's like feeding your little brothers and sisters.
He's the head chef at Rockford University. Students love his food, but that wasn't always the case.
My freshman year, before Fresh Ideas came in, I didn't really like the food, but it has improved a lot now. There's much more variety, and I think it's just higher quality.
Fresh Ideas is the company that provides the food he prepares. Students at Rockford University take a quality of life survey every semester. Before Fresh Ideas took over, the student approval rating was only at 52%. Now that rating nearly doubled at over 92%.
We turned it around, and now most days we'll have 30 to 40 faculty and staff in the dining hall. In the past, nobody ate here.
On the menu today, teriyaki chicken and rice.
After just one bite of food, it's easy to see why students love eating here so much.
I come to this dining hall every day expecting a bomb meal, and every day I get it. I have literally asked Chef, I've been like, Chef, this is what I'm feeling like eating today. How can we get this? And I get it.
Do you feel like the food here is always up to par? It's always good?
Yeah, of course. It's always up to par. Yeah.
While the dining staff appreciates the high praise, they're always looking to improve.
It's all about, swallowing your pride and ego. We're in a hospitality business. It's giving the name hospitality. You got to accommodate in everybody's needs.
A lot of times kids will come up and say, this was great, this is awesome. We ask them, please, yes, great, awesome. When we screw something up, and we will, tell us we did something wrong, otherwise we're going to make it wrong again the next time. So where we're at, we're just doing our thing, and if we get higher, we get higher. But yeah, it's all, like I said, it's all about the students.
Rockford University's dining hall is open to the public, so you don't have to be a student to get a taste for yourself. Mimi, Wendell.
Thank you very much.
Good to see.
We at Eyewitness News want to recognize the remarkable women of Northern Illinois.
You can nominate a remarkable woman in your life by sharing her story. Head to mystateline.com, click on the Community tab, then Remarkable Women 2026. Submissions will be accepted through December 19th. From your nominations, we'll select 5 local women for consideration as the State Line's Remarkable Woman, with the winner being celebrated in Nashville. Well, it's been a cold and windy day for us here.
When we return, Candace will let us know if we could see a warm-up in the days ahead. Her forecast is next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, the sun sets this evening on a mainly clear sky. We look from north, south, east, west on our SkyTrack camera. Winds coming down just a bit, but we still hold on to that breeze from the south, which has kept our wind chill factors in the 30s for much of this afternoon, and that's where they stay this evening as actual air temperatures are dropping back into the 30s from Janesville to Poplar Grove. Same thing in Harvard at 39. We're currently at 41 in Rockford. Same thing in Freeport, and you're sitting at 41 degrees down in Sterling. We've got a few clouds working overhead across the Beloit, South Beloit, Rockford area. These will move to the east, and then we'll see those mostly clear skies continue going through the night as high pressure slowly moves in our direction. But with high pressure still just off to the west of us, unfortunately our wind doesn't calm a bit here, so we still hold on to a breeze, which will push the wind chill down in the 20s for the start of tomorrow as our temperatures dip down into the low 30s. So it'll be a little brisk when you get up tomorrow for a Wednesday, but I anticipate more sunshine for the afternoon, and of course the wind. We really haven't gotten a break from that wind the last few days, and tomorrow's no exception from the northwest, still at around 30 miles per hour. We'll maintain a relatively clear sky again Wednesday into Thursday. High pressure's a little closer to us, so I think our temperatures could actually dip. There might be a couple of spots that fall in the upper 20s there by early Thursday, but Thursday we've got a westerly wind, so that'll bring our temperatures up as we've got a few clouds into the afternoon. But the story here the next few days is that warming trend and then mainly dry conditions. Actually, we've got a cold front coming through right now, and all that's doing for us is just shifting our wind around to the northwest. We'll continue that warming trend then as we head into Friday, where our temperatures could get back into the low 60s. But for the wind tomorrow, high pressure still sits to the west of us as low pressure, what we had over the weekend, moves out to the northeast. The white lines we see here, those are lines of constant pressure, so the closer those are, the stronger the winds. And since wind flows clockwise around high pressure, it comes in from the northwest. So let's look at those winds. They'll die down, and they continue to die down here this evening, but we might get a wind gust of around 15 miles per hour through tomorrow morning. It'll pick up late morning, early afternoon, so you'll notice the wind starting to get a bit stronger as we go throughout the day, and then will subside quite a bit as high pressure sits pretty much right overhead Wednesday into Thursday, and that's why I think our temperatures could get down just a bit before we see those numbers climb. And when we look at our temperatures there getting into Thursday afternoon, notice we're in the mid 50s as we hold on to a southerly wind. That southerly wind continues there into Friday, gets us into the low 60s and then upper 60s on Saturday ahead of a cold front. You can actually see some of those cooler temperatures there just off to the northwest. Once that front passes Saturday evening, that's where those temperatures will drop back. So we're 32 degrees for tonight. It's a little chilly out there, and as I mentioned, we could have a few wind chill values down in the 20s. 50 for tomorrow. We've got a warmer afternoon, but it's windy again with a northwest wind of around 30. 55 then on Thursday, 61 on Friday, 67 on Saturday. We might see a little more cloud cover, but the cold front comes in Saturday night. Will bring our temperatures slowly down. We do have to watch kind of the track and the amount of cold air we have with our next system early next week. If we stay warm enough, we might see mostly rain showers from that Monday into Tuesday, but if we've got enough cold air coming in, there might be a little wintry weather that mixes in, but it does get just a touch cooler into early next week.
Thank you, Candace.
Scott's next with sports.
The Packers are looking for answers for their suddenly struggling offense, what they are saying about their poor showing last night.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Packers bolstered their defense when they swung the big trade from Micah Parsons, but now what do they do about their struggling offense? They managed only 7 points last night in their 10-3 loss to the Eagles. In their past 2 games, the Packers have scored a total of 20 points. Jordan Love did not throw a touchdown pass in either game. The offense clearly misses big play weapon Tucker Kraft.
just got to get back to the drawing board. Same thing as last week, get back to the film session. Trying to find ways to figure out what we're not doing as well right now. What's kind of keeping us in a funk and not letting us kind of get into a rhythm.
We got a short week. Can't feel sorry for ourselves. We got to figure it out and come back and be better.
And the Packers haven't got much help out of their top draft pick Matthew Golden either, and now he has a banged up shoulder. The Ice Hogs are set to open up a 4-game homestand tomorrow night. They will host the Manitoba Moose. And the Hogs feel very good about their goaltender tandem now of Drew Comesso and Stanislav Berezhnoy. Berezhnoy just returned from an injury, and he picked up a win Sunday in Iowa. The 22-year-old from Russia has a big 6'4" frame. He also has good quickness to go with that size. He's still working on his English, so Ice Hogs defenseman Dmitry Kuzman acted as his interpreter today during our Media Day interview. He was asked what his experience with the Ice Hogs has been for him so far.
He said he was ready to, will be a little uncomfortable for him, like first couple days, couple weeks when he's going to come over to US, but all the guys are great, all the staff are great, and now he's just getting to know like all our system and stuff.
The first 5 minutes, they probably had 3 grade A's, and he made some athletic saves. Kept us in it till we could find our game. But it's nice to have Stans back. He's a big addition.
Berezhnoy is clearly the Ice Hogs' number 2 goaltender for now because Mitchell Weeks was returned to Indianapolis today. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Our first Warning Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Glass and More. Pretty quiet out there tonight. We're losing some of the cloud cover, which will allow our temperatures to drop back into the low 30s. So a little bit of a chilly start when you wake up tomorrow. We've got a wind that comes in from the northwest, so kind of breezy, but temperatures are back into the low 50s. And that warming trend continues through the end of the week.
Thank you, Candace.
And thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at 6.